Whoa, different angle. Okay. Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Okay, I think I got it all figured out. I think like, no. There we go. Oh gosh. Hi, Brow. Hi, spooky and cute cosplays. Hello. Hello from Jamaica. Hello. Hello, Solar. Hi, Fatima. So what happened 2 minutes ago is I was setting up, so I'm using like my actual like webcam and not my computer camera. So I don't know what happened there. Something happened. Don't know. But I'm also live on my TikTok. So we'll also be saying hi to other people. They know that I'm live here. So I just want to say hi to anybody on my TikTok as well. Hi, Haley. Hi, Alani. Hello, Jasmine from Texas. Thank you. Yeah, I changed my hair, so I used to have, like, the blue bangs and, yeah, I love this style more because it's, like, lower maintenance. So, I'm actually happy about that. Um, Thank you. Yeah, I have a lot of things in my background. I have, like, my haunted doll back here with the Polter script. If anything goes off, we'll see. Um, and thank you. I need to get my nails done, though. I don't know what kind of theme I wanna do for summer. But hi, Zakia. I hope I said your name right. Hi. Hi, 334. It went off yesterday. I left it on and I didn't realize it. And it was talking about like a cave or something. I don't know. What is my favorite color? Oh gosh, that's a good question. Red. Red is my favorite color, but I don't own a lot of red things, surprisingly, like clothes wise. Hi, Lizzie. Hello. Hello, Shadow Walker. So I'm live on both things. I'm live on my TikTok, on my personal TikTok, and I'm also live on youtube.com/snarled. They are also known as Something Scary. So I'll be looking at both things here in a second. But yeah. I have seen the new Little Mermaid and I loved it. I was so moved by it. I know this sounds very, very cheesy, but whatever. I was watching, so I went to see it or last week sometime, and it for me personally, I what got very emotional, and I so my favorite Disney movie was The Little Mermaid. That was like something I would watch on repeat all the time, and for me it was like a big deal because to see this film, because and here's the thing, I didn't really think much of it because I'm to be honest with you guys, I have been really disappointed by all the real life adaptations on like Disney. Like I wasn't really a big fan of any of the stuff that they've done live wise. So I had like no expectations with this film. And when I watched it, it like Halle Bailey, her voice was just so beautiful. It like moved me. It made me feel like I did cry. I'm not gonna lie. I feel because here's the thing, like when I was listening to the children, like kids singing in the theater and everything like that, yeah, I'm not doing any spoilers for it. I'm not doing any spoilers for The Little Mermaid. Hi, Meow's cat. No, I'm not doing any spoilers for it. I'm just talking about like how it made me feel. But basically, what was for me, it was something that like when I was a kid, I was always told like you can't be these Disney characters because of like how you look on the outside. And fast forward as an adult when I was cosplaying and stuff, I used to cosplay all kinds of characters. They're people do get backlash, if you are not some that you're not like favorable or like looking a certain way, people will bully you. Go to any Black cosplayers cosplay page and you'll see the hate they get. It's really tragic. So anyway, so seeing this film, I was like, wow, like I'm actually experiencing this for the very first time on a movie screen, because when I was a kid, I couldn't even afford actually buying the VHS. Like, how dated I sound. I couldn't even afford to buy the VHS film for it. So, being able to see it on the cinema, hearing her beautiful voice, it just, for me it moved me. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's tragic, but I mean, she has a beautiful voice, seriously. And but yeah, sorry, I'm missing the chat. I kind of got on a tangent with the Little Mermaid. Okay, so let me go into this. Um, so I have seen it. My favorite Solar 496 says my favorite color is dark blue. Lime is said to ward off dangerous spirits. Interesting. I've not heard of that. Jennifer Cook, hi. I do. I love cats. Love cats. I'm definitely a cat person. And yes, Trudy, my favorite Disney movie is Alice in Wonderland, and it is also The Little Mermaid. Peter Pan is also another one. Thank you, Lizzie. um, have you seen Scream? No. Oh, you mean like the movie Scream? Yes, I saw the most recent Scream. It was great. Um, Lady and the Tramp. Interesting. Okay, so here's the thing with American Horror Story. Hi, Jerisa. So American Horror Story, I loved the first season. So I loved season 1. I loved, yeah, the first season was great. I think Freak Show was okay. And then it was Coven. Loved Coven, and then also liked Apocalypse. But some of these seasons are not. There are a lot of misses for American Horror Story. It's unfortunate. I'm not really enjoying a lot of these other seasons as much as I would have hoped. But I like the mini stories. Wasn't there like what it's called? Like, is it just called like American Horror Story Stories or something like that? Okay, I prefer the horror that was on like Evil Dead Rise. Evil Dead Rise, the most recent one was decent. What's my favorite food? I've been on a hibachi hype. Hibachi has been great. I've been like, any chance I get, I'm like, hibachi. Hibachi has been really great for me. Let me move this back a little bit more. So, okay. Well, what are the other questions? What was it? Are you talking about the Little Mermaid on a scale 1 through 10? It was a 7. I liked it. It was like a 7. Yes, the series was interesting from American Horror Story, the vampire episode. Okay, so is that the one where like what's it called? Oh gosh, it was Cape Town, right? The one with the Cape Town or something like that. Um Yes, that was a decent one. I feel like though it dragged. See, that's the problem with American Horror Story, is that there's like it gets to a point where you think it's about to end and it feels like it's a good wrap up, and they do these like weird twists and turns with American Horror Story, then they drag it out, and I think that like ruins like the season, because I think, yeah, the one where they took the pill, like I feel like it got to a point where I'm like, yeah, this is a great ending, and then it like dragged on, and I'm like, what? Stop. um okay, I prefer the yeah, so okay, so the live action, it did, yeah, I felt more neutral on it. I did like Haley's voice. Yeah, I mean, I think they had to make it a little bit longer because it was like a live adaptation. I don't think, I feel like I might have seen it. I don't think I've seen the Lion King one yet. um do you like cats? Yes. Sorry, I'm just going down all the questions. um Aladdin wasn't bad. No, you're right. Aladdin wasn't that bad. I did enjoy Aladdin, but some people hated it for some reason. Hi, John. Hotel. Okay, I couldn't get through Hotel. Maybe I need people keep there are some Hotel American Horror Story fans, and I did enjoy like the first half. I think like I stopped like I think halfway through and never finished a season. I kind of just like, well, I was distracted at the time I was in school and I just couldn't finish it. but maybe I need to go back. It just that one was okay. It didn't, like, captivate me. It had, like, a slow start. Um, has anyone left? Okay, Child's Play is an old movie, and it isn't bad. Yeah, Child's Play is great. I love the new Chucky series. I've enjoyed it for what it is. What show? I binge watch a lot of shows. Right now I'm watching All of Us Are Dead. I think it's like a Korean-based zombie high school show on Netflix right now. It's really good. And here I thought I was like over the zombie franchise. No, like you need to watch it. It's called All of Us Are Dead on Netflix. I believe that's what it is. Okay, so right. My new puppy that I have is a handful. Puppies are great though. They are a lot of work. Hi, Mike. Or hi, Mikey. I don't think I've seen Troll Hunter. Oh, thank you, Chelsea. Oh, no. You should try, you mentioned it says it's 4 AM. I have an exam in 4 hours and I haven't been able to sleep at all. Oh my gosh. Do you have used like, I don't know, I know there's like different reasonings to that. For me, if it's not like too clinical, I do lavender spray on my pillows if I can't sleep. Um, yes, fried rice, shrimp hibachi. Yes. I didn't see Frozen. I know that's, like, a big one. I know people love Frozen. I've always fallen asleep on that. I guess Frozen isn't for me. I don't know. Okay, so where are we? Okay, Mulan was okay too. Mulan was okay. I mean, I enjoyed it. That one was great, but it wasn't I don't know. Oh, yeah, the slasher season for American Horror Story where they go to the campsite. Oh my gosh. That one was getting there. It was getting there because fun fact, I love 80s. 80s stuff, like themed anything. That's why I loved Stranger Things. Like, I mean, it's Stranger Things is good as in itself with like the writing and everything, but I love 80s. Like for me, love 80s music. I love like shoes and fashion and stuff like that. But yeah, I tried to get into that slasher one. Meh, meh. Scream Queens is great. Not many people talk about it, and I loved Scream Queens. That one was awesome. The All of Us that yes, thank you. Also, I have a question for you guys. Starting, yeah, June, well, not starting June, next month, I'm gonna be going to VidCon. Who else is going to VidCon, by the way? This will be my second year going to VidCon. I went last year. I got invited by VidCon to go, so I'll be an invited guest. I wanted to do a panel, but they weren't, I don't think they had any availability to do a panel, but if you guys are going, let me know. Um, maybe like I don't know if it's worth because I know they asked if people meet and greet, but I don't know. But yeah. Okay, so more questions. The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead city. Oh, okay, John. Okay, yeah. So sorry, I'm on both. I'm both on TikTok and I'm also live on the youtube.com/snarled on something scary. So okay, yes. I don't know anything about The Walking Dead. Thank you. Oh yeah, Brittany. Hi. Guys, if you are not following Brittany Crab, you need to follow Brittany Crab. Brittney. But you know what's really cool? When Brittany and I did a live on the YouTube side, people recognized her. So I'm sure there's people on here that remember Brittany. Um, but yes, thank you. Yep, John. John knows Brittany. Oh, Mikey said Brittoween. um, yeah, so oh well that's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean maybe one day you guys can go. We'll see. Did you like I own all of the seasons of Tales from the Crypt. Um, yeah, so no, I own like all the seasons of Tales from the Crypt. I grew up with that show, loved it so much. I think as a matter of fact, like that, like Tales from the Crypt or like the Crypt Keeper, and also like Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. Those are like characters that made horror fun for me. And I used to be like a scary cat. So Have I seen Cruel Summer? No, but isn't there like a second season coming out? Yeah. Okay, there you go, Fatima. Yes, there's a second season. I do want to see it. Yes, Chelsea. Oh my God. Yay. There you go. You follow Brittany Crab. um, have you ever seen Midsummer? I have. I've seen Midsummer. Midsummer. Yes, I have seen that. And Hereditary. People keep mentioning Hereditary. I think I need. I know, you guys. I know I need to see it. Yes, Ruby. Tales from the Crypt is amazing. Hi, Miss Queen. Hi, Yasmin. Yeah, it's the Crypt. There, I feel like they don't make humor like that anymore with like Crypt Keeper. I kind of miss like that campy horror host vibes. Like you don't really see that as much anymore. But yeah. Oh, okay. So wait a minute. What am I missing? Okay, yeah, but that's why, Xavi, I haven't seen Hereditary because I'm like, wait a minute, how disturbing are we talking here? Um, and Chelsea, yeah, all our socials and information is in our descriptions, so feel free to check that out. There's the Something Scary email that you can email us, or any of my socials, on those things. I like the Mario ghost on the shelf. Yes. I have a lot of fun things on here. Little boo guy here. What's your opinion on the Halloween Ends movie? Halloween Ends. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, so are you talking about the most latest Halloween film? Because I feel like oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't like it. I know people liked it, and I have some friends that are like film critics, and so they gave me perspective on the most recent Halloween film, which this is why I love talking to people that like really get into the watching everything under the sun with films. So I didn't really like it because for me, I was like, a franchise has been established and we want to focus on like Michael Myers, and they had like a weird love story in there that just didn't really make sense. It's like I see what they were trying to do with that, because like the message is that like anybody can wear the mask of evil, and that's what they were trying to do with that storyline, but it just felt kind of like unwarranted, and it just felt like filler in the film. So it was just like a lot, and it wasn't really like um and then like also the way it ended too, I'm like, okay, so you mean to tell me that you went decades running away from this man and this is how he goes? All right, whatever. So that was one thing, but you know what? It's still like I know like these films are meant for fun, and I know they needed to tie it in one way or another. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, have a good night, Sean Cho. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Um, so, okay, time to retire Halloween. He's been running around that town for how many years? Yes, Pete went to space. Yeah, I haven't seen the space one actually, Pete. I haven't seen that's one I have not seen. Um, but yeah, it just like I see why they needed to like end the franchise the way they did. I just think that like for all the filler space of that weird love relationship thing going on with that was just weird. I don't know. It just didn't need to be there. Do you like Killer Clowns from Outer Space? You know what, Ruby? I've seen it. Like, okay, I think I've seen it forever ago and I don't remember it. So maybe it's time for me to rewatch it. I wonder if we can do like watch parties or something. Um, hi, Baba Tund. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I do watch anime. I do. I watched a few. Whisker Away was, I think, the last one I watched recently. It was like on Netflix, and I loved the Whisker Away one. That was cute. Thank you. Yeah, I've sunflowers. Thank you, Chris. So okay, wait, what am I missing? Jason X is okay. Yeah, yeah. If you like 80s movies, you must have seen John Carpenter's The Thing, right? Yes, I have seen The Thing. I have. Um, dang, memory unlock, Mikey. Oh my god, memory unlock. Um, who is what behind me? Johnny? Johnny's behind me. The show got me jumping. Clowns are overrated. Where are my plague doctors? Yeah. You know what I would love to see? So I think I mentioned this on the last live of like, okay, we've done vampire movies, we've done zombie stuff, we've done all kinds of different things of that nature, but we haven't like, I feel like in recent times there hasn't been any like good like werewolf movies. I don't know. I would love to see like a really good werewolf film revamped again, but I don't know. Friday Night at Freddy's. Who is excited for Friday Night at Freddy's? I am excited. I did a live not too long ago and I finally played the game for the very first time and I was like, "Oh wow, this is very scary." So yeah. That did scare me. I was just like, yeah, if you guys were able to beat that movie, kudos to you guys because honestly, I was screaming a lot and it was not fun. Yeah, well, that was like in 1995, Silver Bullet, 1985, I'm sorry. So like I mean like in recent times, you know? Like I wish they would like revamped it. Like they did like the vampire thing. Thank you, Legend. I'm having a good day. Thank you. But yeah, I haven't seen anything like in recent times, you know, like a good vampire or werewolf film. And also too, like, can we also just say that like when it comes to these werewolves, like werewolf movies, I just feel like the werewolves look so cheesy. Like, show me a scary werewolf. We have so much technology now. Can we please see something that like is scary? Hey Chris, I do get a bunch of messages on social media, so I try to get them in an orderly time, but I also will not respond to people that like just say hi because it's like if I have to work for the conversation, like and usually a lot of creepy people just say hi. So like if you want to message me, like say hi Stephanie, blah 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 blah, because most of the time if you say hi, I'm gonna think you're a creeper because a lot of creepers just do that. Like you'll respond and then they'll say something or they'll do like pranks in my inbox. So I don't waste my time with that. Um, I think the permanent smile can hide the most malicious of thoughts. Also, the pale skin. Is that hi Solar 496? Are you talking about like why ghosts or clowns are scary? Because yeah, I can see what you mean by that. Yes, the thing is in 80s you know what I just you know what I just watched and I was talking about this on another live the other day. I think it's like what Sleepaway? No, Camp Sleep. Yeah, Camp. Okay, can someone tell me what you think of Camp Sleepaway because I watched it and it was like a suggestion for my on Prime Video. Yeah, no comment. It was weird. And then I ended up spending like hours reading like movie reviews and critics and what people had to say about it. I'm like, oh gosh. Um, sorry, missing a lot of comments again up here. Um, it is so criminally underrated. Oh, Cito, sorry if I missed it. So underrated. So, okay, the show got me jumping. Clowns are overrated. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to read all the comments. And I think the permanent smile can hide. Okay, oops, sorry. The thing is, okay, have you seen Poltergeist? Yes, I've seen the 1982 Poltergeist. The reason why I feel clowns, I was 6 years old back in 1982. Have you ever watched the Poughkeepsie tapes? No, I have not. What is that about? Um, where are we? You mean Five Nights? Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's. Sorry. Thank you. Hello there. How unexpected to see you in a live stream. Hi. Well, welcome. My dad told me that Gremlins, Allie says, my dad told me that Gremlins is like Goosebumps on steroids. I love Gremlins. I moved my Gremlin figurine out of here, I think. Yeah, he's not here, but I love Gremlins. And that actually used to scare me as a kid. So here's a fun fact. So when I was in second grade, I was bullied a lot when I was in elementary school. And I went to over 6 different public schools and I was bullied. But one of the ones that really stick out to me in my time was when I lived in Burnsville, Minnesota. And there was these kids that told the other rest of the kids that I was possessed by gremlins. And so they like would not talk to me for like the whole day and like locked me in a bathroom. It's like it's pretty bad. But you know what's interesting is like I I did like it prolonged me watching the movie Gremlins for a long time, but now I like love it and embrace it. So now I think it's funny. But yes, I love Gremlins. Are you gonna watch Boogeyman? I do want to watch Boogeyman Ocean Vibes. I do want to I do, and I'm so sad because like I didn't know that they did all like I know they did like premieres and stuff for it, but so I'm excited. I haven't heard anything bad as about it yet, but we'll see. I know we did like a well, I did my own work with like the Boogeyman stuff a long time ago, like the origins on it, but I'm excited for it nonetheless. I like the remake of The Thing. Okay, I think that one was. I need to double check. I think I saw that one. And I feel sad to say that, but I fell asleep. Not that it was bad. I just like I remember that I was in college at the time and I fell asleep. Have you seen the Hannibal TV series yet? I have not, Ruby. What's it on? I'm waiting for the new Boogeyman movie to come out by Stephen King. That's what Tanya said. Yeah, well, okay, so I'm not allowed to talk about it, but there are some amazing Stephen King movies coming out in the next year or so. That's all I'm gonna say. Hi, Jocelyn. Thank you. Um, what are my hobbies? Oh gosh. Honestly, I'm so consumed by like just making content that I don't know. I mean, I'm a I love watching shows. I used to do a lot of hikes when I lived in Colorado. I don't get to do as much hikes anymore. I know that you can still do hiking in LA, but it just hits differently. Um, Okay, so I'm waiting. Okay, so American Werewolf in London scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. Yeah, Mikey, I remember like, isn't like the transformation scene, one of the most like iconic things ever or something like that? Like it's like the top, like I don't know, it's just like an iconic scene that like I heard it's like cinema history. It's like a top 10 like iconic thing. Okay, the Boogeyman looks interesting, not gonna lie. I love the concept of him, and the Boogeyman animatronic from Spirit Halloween is definitely one of my favorite props. um I loved Creep Show. I did. Oops, where are we? Oh dear. Okay, oops. Where are we going? I used to watch American Horror Story with my mother. Okay, and three, what's the worst segment? Okay, wait. Wait, what happened? What am I missing? What am I missing from you, Ellie? I'm sorry, I'm missing some of your. Yeah, sleepaway camp, that ending. That ending, you guys. I don't even know. In school, Solar says, in school, kids said I was plagued with misfortune and they also thought I spread it. So I grew up alone. Yeah, I mean, I've had some pretty horrible things happening. Bullying is not fun. Hulu. Okay, thank you for that. Have you watched our Fear on Fear Street? Oh, the Fear Street series on Netflix. Those are great, Chelsea. Okay. Yeah, kids can be very mean, Tanya. Okay, so the most that I ever got with musical instruments, so I had an acoustic guitar. Here's a funny story. So I was going through like a breakup, and I thought I was going through like my musical phase. And so I bought an acoustic guitar, and I was like, I'm gonna learn to play music to like let all this sorrow out. Cringe, I know, I know. But anyway, so I was like, I'll learn how to play like an instrument. And so I was like I got like not far. It didn't help me channel anything through my breakup. But you know what? We're here. We're great. It's all good. Um, it's just funny. Okay. It's just all funny now. Okay, so yeah, binge watching is the best. Have you seen the Fever Dream? Zavi says, have you seen the Fever Dream film called Spirit Halloween? I remember watching it and it was like an okay Halloween movie for kids. I don't think I've seen that one. What's it on? Okay, so I've been bullied too, but then I told my teacher about me being bullied and they did nothing. Yeah, I remember like nothing ever happened. Plus, like in the schools that I went to, like it's like if you are like a snitch, it just gets worse. Zavi says, I used to have a lot of friends at my old school, but then when I moved schools, nobody liked me. It's been 4 years ever since I moved, and I have a lot of friends now. Oh, well, you have a girlfriend now. Congrats. I wonder what the other characters would say if I said, wait, what? Good night. Good night, Asito. Have a good night. David Davis says, I watched Blair Witch Project when it was still believed to be true. I remember that. So, okay, David. So I was not supposed to be at the movie theater, but my sister took me to the movie theater. She's like 10 years older than me. So we went to go see that in theaters. Okay. So here I was, like poor, like 7. I don't remember how old I was. I think I was like between ages 7 and 9. I don't remember anymore, but I was very young. And you gotta think about this, like Steffany as a kid in that theater. Oh my God, these kids are going missing. There's a witch in the woods. I was scared. And then like MTV came out and they were like, for the MTV Movie Awards when they still do they still have MTV Movie Awards? I don't know. But anyway, like the guy when he was like taking the award, he's like, okay, everybody, this was a big movie. We're so sorry. We fooled everybody. And I remember like that, like speech and everything. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that gave me such relief. I was like, yes. Oh my God, this was fake. It wasn't real. It wasn't real. But apparently people who watched the Blair Witch Project, they actually went looking for her, like the missing people. Is there still an MTV? Mikey says, is there still MTV? Yeah, so I don't know. Hi, Carrie. Welcome. I'm live on 2 different platforms right now. Okay, so have you watched? Yes, I watched the Fear Street movies on Netflix. Those are great. When in college, I grew my fringe really long, became like Karopi. The scariest movie I would seen, White. Sorry, I don't know how to say that. White334 though said the scariest movie I've seen has to be Annabelle. I remember seeing Annabelle. We saw that a while ago. You know, it's interesting seeing the comparison between like the real Annabelle. So the real Annabelle versus now, or like the movie adaptation for it. Excuse me. Wait, Meowsy Cat says one of the first person, third person horror flick. Steffany, are you really doing a storytelling night? I'm not doing a storytelling night today. I'm just doing Q&A. I'm live on youtube.com/snarled, and I'm also live on my TikTok. But maybe I can do a scary story night sometime soon. Thank you for that. No, you're doing great. You're doing great. Okay, so high school. Wait, where was I? The scariest movie I've ever seen was The Exorcist. You know what? I remember that being like a movie on replay. So my dad and like my aunts and uncles, for whatever reason, like they would replay that film, and it like that movie. I think that's probably why I'm very apprehensive with like Exorcist films because like I remember like the puking scene and her floating in the air and all this stuff. It was just like a lot. And I was like very young. So, yes. What do you want to talk about, the Natalia Grace thing? So I know, okay, so here's a funny thing. Okay, funny that you bring that up, Dusty. So for those of you that are into true crime, you're probably going to start asking me a lot of questions about this. I'm kind of over the topic, not because like whatever, but it's more, okay, so here's the thing. I did a video, oh gosh, over a year ago at this point, of like the Barnetts and Natalia Grace, and like that video is still getting traction on TikTok, and I see the comments flooding every time I open TikTok. And wait, what happened? Oh no, sorry, I need to fix that. I'm glad you brought that up, Meow's Cat. I do need to fix my live description. Thank you for that. Sorry, thank you. I'm glad you brought that up though. But yeah, so okay, so for those of you that don't know about the Natalia Grace thing, there is this like I think it's like a true crime documentary or something that's been released on Netflix as of recently. Was it Netflix? Correct me if I'm wrong, Dusty. But yeah, so there's this whole show coming out on that. And for those of you that don't know, I did the video because the Orphan movie, Orphan 2 came out. And I think Orphan, the first film, was like loosely inspired by the events of Natalia Grace and her family. And so basically, like the movie, if you watched Orphan, it's like where like this person impersonates a child, they get adopted and they become like this serial killer, right? So like that so that's kind of like a quick simple version of the case. Not the case but the movie. And so anyway, the case though goes that this woman or kid, they got adopted, but they were also an adult and they had I think a type of dwarfism. I forgot what the technical term is, so correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, so they got adopted and they were according to the Barnetts, she was showing like a violent behavior and all this stuff. And so they were like, they did like a deep dive on her background and they found that she was actually not a child, she was an adult. And so like they left her in an apartment by herself for like close to a year. And like I guess like there was like the neighbors saw that she was living alone. I think she had like a nurse come see her for a bit, but like the family like kind of like in a way abandoned her. I don't know, it's a very complicated case and there's a lot of things with it, but and it's very controversial as I'm seeing on my TikTok because people are like, she was a child, she wasn't a child, she was violent, she wasn't violent. And it's like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. It's like I do think I'll say this, I do think she was a child. I don't, maybe was she a couple years older than what her initial age was? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that points to that, but I haven't seen the documentary. So yeah, and they made movies about it. So it's just a thing. And then like when you watch her demeanor in her interviews and everything and like her body language, it just, for me, it just, there's a lot of things that are not adding up. I don't think to the extent of where like the movies made it out to seem and Barnett's, I don't really think that. But yeah, like I said, it's very controversial. It's an interesting case nonetheless. Any horror recommendations I should know about? Oh goodness. Well, I always tell people if you haven't seen like the 19, is it like 19 late 70s, early 80s, but it's like one of the first slashers ever, Black Christmas. You need to see it. But yes, okay. Sorry. I know people are like questions and questions, so let me get to your questions. Okay, did you ever watch American Psycho? I loved American Psycho. It was one of the very first films that I saw of Christian Bale. And then, then I saw him on Dark Knight. I'm like, whoa, what a contrast. But I loved American Psycho for the longest time ever, just because like it's one of those films where like it is like a slasher. Wait, like not a slasher. Yeah, right, slasher. And it actually leaves up for interpretation on the ending a little bit of like, well, I don't want to ruin it for other people, but there is an ending where like you kind of have to discern for yourself like what really happened, what was really wrong with him. So I heard that the book is a little bit more intense though, and it's hard to understand. I realized the way to defeat a bully, if not brute force, but sheer numbers, by supporting and gather the bully's victims and stand against them. Oh, okay. Thanks, Mr. Wagon, for that. Ruby says Human Centipede was a good movie, but gross. Yes, it was very gross. So okay, here's a funny story about Human Centipede. So I went over to a friend's house. They're like vegan and they like invited people over and we were all like, we all had to bring something vegan. Like I'm not vegan, but they like had like a vegan barbecue. I don't know, a vegan potluck, I should say. And anyway, so we're all like making food and we're eating food, like we're all making all this stuff. And then I sit down and I watch this film. Tell me how quickly, guess how quickly I lost my appetite. Very fast. But yeah, tell me if, okay, I have watched American Psycho. Aliens is also underrated. Yep. What do you think of Fear on I think isn't that the Fear Street trilogy that you're talking about? I remember in middle school I was playing it and Freddy and the toy Freddy scared me. Have you seen the original version of all these Disney movies? Oh, you mean like the original folklore? Yeah, in college I took a folklore literature class. So we went down the whole like evolution of folklore from like the beginning up until where it is now and Disney getting involved. So yeah, I literally took a whole semester of that. Yeah. I even have like the original textbook that I had for that class because it's really fascinating on like how folklore and folk tales and all that stuff was really not meant for children in the beginning. And then there was like the evolution of like the Brothers Grimm and Disney and all that stuff. I used to have so many dolls, and now I don't have any. They freak you. I don't blame you, Ocean Vibes. What would you rate Annabelle? Oh gosh, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to crush anyone with this. I would give it like a 6. Okay, doll movies are one of the best. They're I mean, yes, I think for me, I loved Chucky and Child's Play. Annabelle, the first one was great. I don't know. I mean, I love like scary doll content, but I think it's becoming over sensationalized to some degree. Bye, Mikey. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Oops. Where I'm missing, trying to get to the bottom. Yeah, luckily, yeah, Ruby, yeah, don't, if you're gonna watch a human centipede, do not eat. Oh, and you know what? Edward, I think Chucky, I'm always gonna have a soft spot for Chucky. The Boy 2016 film. What's it about, Magic? JT Magicless. Hi, Big Bad Wolf. Okay. Do you know Ted from Tony? Yes, I do remember Ted, the bear. Have you heard of Silent Hill? I love that franchise. Yes, Silent Hill was fun. I remember playing the one that really got to me, or when I really got into it, was when I first moved to Denver, and I got the game for the Wii. To give my age away, I got it for the Wii, and it was a lot of fun. That one was, I had a lot of fun playing that one. What would it be if it? Little Shop of Horrors. Yes, yes, I have. I have seen it. Fun fact, I didn't see it up until 2020. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm going down all these like movies, so I'm gonna watch this. There is a little shop. Yeah, I think there's like a hair salon with a very similar name because it's like horror themed. I think let me double check. Let me double check the name of it. Little Shop of Hairdos, I think, or Little Shop Hairdos or something. It's a, yeah, Little Shop of Hairdos, and it's a horror-themed hair salon in California, in, like, the LA area, Upland, California, to be precise. I'm playing Friday the 13th video game. Oh, what's that like? Yes, Chucky's hilariously evil. My favorite video game for me was Dead Space. Like, that's actually one of the very few games, well, actually, like, if we're talking about scary games, Dead Space, but for me, like, my all-time favorite game is Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts will always, it's like my thing. I love Kingdom Hearts. I cosplayed as Donald Duck from Kingdom Hearts. The Purge has always been one of my favorites. I personally love the 3rd and 5th one, and I hope we see more. I never got into the Purge franchise, actually. I think I saw maybe like one a long time ago, and that was it. But I think these were all like the times when I was in school. Any horror movies that involve ghosts? Yeah, The Sixth Sense. Wait, the dog, the dog creeped you out. Thank you, Elric. Thank you. I have a pretty chill outfit today. I was like, I just feel like being comfy today. Do you know of any shows, movies that are PG-13 rated to watch? I mean, no, I don't really pay attention to ratings anymore. I'm at the age where it doesn't affect me anymore, so I don't really watch the ratings anymore. But that's a good question. Maybe someone else might know in the comment section. Do you like creepypastas? If you do, then what's your favorite creepypasta? So one of the ones, okay, it's been such a long time, but there was like the one with the orange, like the lady with like, she was like her, let me double check if I can find it. But let me see if I can find it. The orange, like something with like the creepy smile in orange. No, not bitter candy. It's been a minute, but the story goes that, like, this kid, he started seeing this woman with, like, a creepy, like, I guess she would have, like, a creepy grin, and then she would always, like, offer the orange, and, like, wherever he went, there she was with, like, the creepy orange, and I don't know why, but, like, that one really weirded me out for the creepypasta. I don't remember the name of that. I wish I did, though. That's a good question. What's your favorite creepypasta? Um Dang, what's the name of it? Now I'm gonna be thinking about it. And there's also the one that sounded like so much like the tapes, like the VHS tapes, where like the guy like finds the VHS tapes in the attic. Um, yeah, there's a few of those. Okay, but yes. Okay, so yeah, gore is not fun. I don't know. I can't deal with gore either, to be honest with you. Like too much gore, I'm like, ugh, I can't do that. I made a horror called Lone Harvest. It's not out to the public, but it's about scarecrows. Ooh, that's fun. My favorite element of my Ruby says my favorite element of horror movies is the gore and blood. It's what makes it come together. Yeah, I think there's like a different VCR. There we go. Thank you, VCR. Laughing Jack is a good one. Jane the Killer and Sonic X. Those are good ones too. Yeah, those are really good ones. I think for me, like I always like resort to the ones that like really got me into creepypasta, and then like I started to learn about all the other ones. But yeah, it's like I think it's like the VCR one. Yeah, right? It's been a minute. Um, let's see. The uninvited the weirdos said uninvited, the village, and happy death day. Happy Death Day, that's another that is a good one. I did like Happy Death Day. I remember watching those. That like I didn't think it's so funny because when that movie came out, I was like, "Oh man, like this sounds lame." But I ended up enjoying Happy Death Day. Ocean Vibe says, "My Saw is my least favorite thing ever." I mean, yeah, I think so. I was when okay, here's the thing. So I was a teenager in the 2000 like early 2000s, and I feel like gore movies were coming out around that time, like with like the Hostel franchise, the Saw franchise. And like when I first saw Saw, it was fine. But then like I feel like they over like for me it was like okay, and they remade the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So like by that point I was like kind of over it. I think that like so, of course though like that's the franchise the big spectrum of the horror franchise is partially gore amongst other elements of it. Um at least like through my perspective, right? But yeah, I mean, I can enjoy it, but if it's the whole film, no, I can't do that. Um, I like the creeps. Creepy stuff sticks with exact. I feel like I love horror movies where like I have to imagine like the worst case scenario. Scary podcast, something scary. Tanya, I'm just kidding. There's a lot of great scary podcasts. I feel like Blair does an amazing job with something scary, and her voice is a great. There are other podcasts that I have listened to. Let me double check. Um, there's just so many, so bear with me. Um, I listen to a combination of things because I've been driving a lot, and Radio Rental has become one of my favorites podcasts for sure. Radio Rental is another one that I really enjoyed. Um, have you watched the Demonic Toys series of the Baby Oopsie movies? I haven't. What's that on, Ruby? Zavi says there's a creepypasta called Stone Villages by Vanishing Circus, and it's a really creepy and interesting Hunt Former covered it, and it's definitely one of my favorite creepypastas. Ooh, okay. Let me just take a screenshot of that. Thank you for that recommendation, you guys. Okay, happy to help. Okay. Where's the Saw what's this the Saw experience? Oh yeah, yeah, you guys, I don't know if you know, but there's like a Saw experience in Vegas. I don't think I know Hell of a Boss Show. I don't know that one. Okay, there. Oh, Moonrise. I actually had the moon. So I went to Midsummer and I subscribed to the Moonrise streaming service. So I think I know what you're talking about. Hi, Guppy. Real Rental. No, Radio. Sorry, Radio Rental. Radio Rental. It's like one of the podcasts that I do listen to. Monsters Among Us is another. So if you like paranormal stuff and user call-in type format podcast, Monsters Among Us is also another one. It's just really creepy because like people call in and leave like their scary experiences. So sometimes you can hear like the fear in these callers. Like I'm like, oh gosh. Vegas is great. I would love to go back again. But yeah, there's a couple cool like podcasts that I listen to. And yeah, I mean, I listen to so many different podcasts, like even like Unsolved Mysteries. I didn't even know they had a podcast until recently. But yeah. Meow Wolf is amazing. So I've been to Meow Wolf. My favorite Meow Wolf though is Denver. So the only two I know there's one in New Mexico. That's like the original Meow Wolf. I went so in Denver it's huge. The Denver one is amazing. I love that. If you're ever in Denver, you have to do the Meow Wolf exhibit there. Vegas has their own Meow Wolf exhibit. I will say though, because we're spoiled in Denver. When I was living in Denver, we're a little spoiled there. That Meow Wolf is, I think, the biggest Meow Wolf exhibit that they have. And so for me, it was weird going from like that exhibit to the Vegas one. But I love that like each Meow Wolf, like each location has their own storylines, which is really cool. Yeah, like the I think like we were there the whole day almost when we went to the Meow Wolf in Denver. The one in Vegas, it took me like maybe 3-4 hours. But I like to take my time. But yeah, there's a really neat Meowly Cat says there's a really neat that shares his weird experiences. Yeah, please share his name. You've seen all 7 Saw movies. Oh my gosh. Do I like Mario? I do love Super Nintendo Mario. But Yoshi's my favorite character. Yoshi and Little Boo Guy. Which one? I think yes, I remember you recommending me, but sorry, can you remind me again which one it was of the Unsolved Mystery? But yeah, there's just I saw the ghost in the background. Yes, the ghost. So yeah, we're getting it close here, you guys. So I'm gonna have like 5 minutes of the live. Secret says I drive past the Las Vegas area 15 when I go to work. Oh my gosh, yeah. So you see it every day. Have you ever watched Night of the Creeps? What's that one, Tanya? What's that one? Yeah, it was interesting because the Meow Wolf in Denver is right next to like next to my college campus. So when I be driving by, I was seeing them build the exhibit, like the outdoor, putting that to life. So Meow Wolf, okay, how do I explain Meow Wolf? Meow Wolf is like it's technically like an art exhibit. And so it's like a collective, like they are technically a collective of artists that build these exhibits. And it's like a weird, like immersive, like an immersive art exhibit. And it like, I will say, if you are sensitive, if you have like sensitive senses, like for me, I'm very auditory, like sensitive. So I I wore headphones throughout the whole exhibit. So yeah. So Yash, I know that you miss Sapphire, but she does have her own page and we're really good friends. And she's publicly told her fans to not be rude to any of the hosts on Something Scary. Here's a fun fact for those of you that do know her. So I posted something on my social media and someone said that like I miss Sapphire and she called them rude and told them to delete those comments. So I'm just letting you know now that if you are a fan of her, you shouldn't be saying things like Sapphire's better, you miss Sapphire. Like those are things she's publicly told people to not do. Just letting you guys know as someone who's really close to her. Okay. Yeah. So just letting you know, I'm just letting you know, like that does something. She's already said that. But yeah. All right. No, it doesn't hurt me. I'm just letting you know, like, what I'm telling you as her friend, like, and if you know, like, she'll tell you too, like, um, hi username. Stories are wild but true. Wait, which story? Sorry, I'm missing this. Rita yes, okay, yes. I remember the Rita. Okay, Rita Klaus. Ooh, putting this up here. Oh gosh, I misspelled it. Of course I did. Yes, okay, I know. Yes, I'm pulling it up right now. And there's actually a book too. Okay, wow. Have you ever played with a Ouija board? Okay, so yes, when I was a teenager, I was silly, and so I don't know if I know that they still sell these at some WalMarts, but fun fact, some Ouija boards are classified as a toy, so they sell them at some stores. So when I was a teenager, they were selling the Ouija board at a Walmart, and my friends and I were like, "Oh my god, they're selling a Ouija board," and we bought it. We used it at a McDonald's and some other places. And it was an interesting experience to say the least. My mom flipped on me though, and she was like, "Don't have this in the house," and she like threw it away. So, but here's another fun fact about the Ouija board, and I think I would love to do a story on this channel about it. Helen Norsworthy. So, for those of you that don't know, Helen North, I believe her name is Nosworthy or North. I need to look this up, but she's considered the mother of the Ouija board. She is buried in Denver, one of like the biggest cemeteries in Denver, yeah, in Denver, and there's like her tombstone has like the Ouija board icon on it. So anyway, but she helped patent the Ouija board, and there's this whole story on it. So basically, like the story goes is that she walked into like a patent office, like her brother, either her brother or brother-in-law walked in there, and he goes, "Hey, we want to patent this Ouija board," and like the people laughed at them because they're like, "A talking board, like you have to prove that it works, or like how you're claiming how it works." So anyway, like Helen was able to like come up with like the names of like the people running the patent office, the people she even know through the Ouija board, and it freaked them out. They patented the Ouija board as we know it today. Well, anyway, she was known to like wield the Ouija board so well, and then at the very end of it, like her life, there was something that happened. I don't remember this part very well, but she ended up calling it the lying board later on in her life and refused to use it. So I think it'd be a really fun story to do because it's like a historical story and it's like very chilling. And I know people like always ask questions about Ouija boards, so maybe we can do something like that in the future. What's your favorite Stephen King book? Okay, Rose Red, right? Rose Red. I think that one was a long one. That was a long one, but I enjoyed that, and I remember watching the film. The film was like 3-4 hours or something like that. Yeah, Rose Red. Yes. I mean, it's hard because like he has a lot of good stuff. Salem's Lots. Love your videos. I would go to from school and come back. Oh, have you heard of the Midnight Man game? I haven't, Ruby. What's that one about? The elevator game takes you to another. I have heard of the elevator game. Yeah. There is I know, so that was like the first videos I did a long time ago when I started doing TikToks. So we try to do lives at the very end of the month. So we have them like either last Wednesday or Thursday of the month. We try to do them. So stay tuned for that. I know we hit an hour. So yeah, that's when you can catch us next time. But yeah, that's a good question with Stephen King though. Thank you, Drew. Yeah, I feel like everyone is talented and has their own way of like telling stories, and I love that. Yeah, Rosewood was very interesting. I think the book was a little bit better. Ruby mentioned, oh gosh, sorry, Ruby, Midnight Man game, Meowly Cat, sorry. What was that? Yes, it was my cat. My cat's name is Min Min. She's a talker. I'm a writer. Wait, what advice are you looking for? I wish you luck. I wish you luck, Zabby. All right, guys. We're gonna end the live, but thank you guys for joining us. You guys are amazing. You guys are so awesome. Thank you guys for asking really good questions. There were so many good questions on this live. Like, you guys are great. I feel like I can talk for hours, but all right, guys. Bye. Have a good rest of your night. Bye, guys. I'm gonna end it on YouTube and then I'll end it on TikTok. So I'm ending the stream. Bye, guys.